Toledo Live is brought to you by the generous donors of WLMB-TV 40. We are grateful for every gift that helps support this show's ministry.
Well, welcome to Toledo Live, and thank you for tuning in to this Thanksgiving edition. We're very excited to be here. My name is Aaron Darr, filling in for Dr. Jamie Schmitz.
That's right, and I'm Virginia Bosse, and happy Thanksgiving. And we are excited about today's show. We're going to have Julie Kerfis in the house, and she is one of our co-hosts during Share-a-thon. We're going to hear her story and find out what she's thankful for as well.
Yes, and we have some lighthearted fun that you will not want to miss on this edition of Toledo Live.
And now, join us for Toledo Live.
Well, we did say we'd have some lighthearted fun. We'll just start it right here. I know we've talked about pilgrims in the past, but hey, Virginia, if pilgrims were still alive today, what do you think they would be known for?
I don't know, Aaron. What would they be known for?
Their age. Okay, so
all right.
I kind of have like some dad jokes. They're not the best, but you know.
Okay, well, I have one, all right. What sound does a turkey's phone make? Wing, wing, wing.
That's good.
Okay.
That's good.
Okay,
and I have one here. Yeah. What is the difference between a turkey and a chicken?
I don't know, Aaron. You tell me.
Well, chickens celebrate Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes.
It's kind of bad.
Well, here's a good one to go with that. What do you call a turkey the day after Thanksgiving? Lucky.
Yes.
Lucky.
My son told me this joke, and I was trying to remember that one.
Although I think here we would say blessed.
Yes,
right?
we would call him blessed.
All right.
Definitely.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, do you have another one?
Yeah. How many pastry chefs does it take to make a pie?
How many?
3.14.
Oh, good math joke
good?
there,
Yeah.
too. Like that. And what sound does a limping turkey make?
Nothing's come to mind.
Wobble, wobble.
Wobble, wobble. There we go.
All right. Well, that's some fun Thanksgiving,
Wait,
jokes for you.
wait.
You have another one?
Were we done with the jokes?
Well, you can. If you've got another one, then
I just can't quit cold turkey.
Oh, goodness. All right, that one deserves a chuckle.
All
you
right,
got me there, Aaron.
Hey, we got her to laugh.
All right.
She was wondering if she would.
Well, we do also have some trivia this Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And I will start off
Yes,
because,
definitely.
I know how much you like football.
Uh-oh.
So the Detroit Lions, well, they always play on Thanksgiving Day. Did you realize that?
Yes, I did realize that.
They started in 1934. Do you know who they played? The Chicago Bears. All right. And then they did miss 1 year, or actually they missed the season during World War II between 1939 and 1944. So there's your football trivia for you, Aaron.
All right. Well, did not realize that. I also just realized today, I was doing a little bit of research here and realized that Thanksgiving used to not always be on the same day. So it was actually President Franklin D. Roosevelt who began celebrating Thanksgiving on the fourth Thursday of each November. And then in 1941, the Congress permanently established that day as a national Thanksgiving holiday. So it's kind of new, actually. And it's less than 100 years old as an official Thanksgiving holiday, but obviously it goes way back. And
way back, yes. Do you know when way back?
Well, I would think that sometime in the
1621 in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
Okay.
So there's a little fun trivia for you. And then here's one, what to do with all those leftovers. We all always wonder that. Well, in 1953, Swanson & Sons overestimated and had 260 tons of leftover frozen turkey. And so that's how we now have frozen dinners.
Well, good. I guess good for them, right?
Yeah, that's right. Well, Aaron, so maybe share a little bit about what you're thankful for this Thanksgiving.
Well, definitely family is a big part of my life. I come from a large family. Both sides of my family are great, and we love getting together, celebrating. There's like a birthday every couple days or weeks in our family. But my immediate family here in this picture, I've got Jessie, my beautiful wife, who has just been awesome to partner with for over 26 years. And then I have Isaac, Abby, Lily, and Nathan. And then we have a new addition kind of coming soon to the family because we have an announcement. So I'm thankful for Grace, and she is my son's fiance.
Aww.
So we're looking forward to a summer wedding, our first one. And yeah, so it's a lot to be thankful for this year, as God's been really good.
Well, you know, you've got the new fiance, your son's new fiance in the family. Well, the Bosse household has had a new addition as well. And so we're super thankful for our new daughter-in-law, Emily. Jared and Emily got married this past August, and just a beautiful couple. And so our family, I'm super thankful for them, for my family, and there we are at the wedding. There's my husband, Ben, on the far end opposite of me, Jared and Emily in the middle, Tyler above me, Katie in the middle, and then Hunter on the far right. So,
yeah, a lot to be thankful for this year, for sure.
All right. Well, you know, we do have some viewers who are also thankful.
Yes.
So we have some viewer feedback that we'd like to share. Teresa of Britton, Ohio says, "Thank you so much for your programming. It reminds me of God's goodness and lifts my spirits in a mighty way." And then Judy of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania says, "I love Radiant TV. Your presentation of all the beautiful nature shots and of God's miracles. The scenes are so beautiful." Yeah,
it's great to see that WLMB is not only reaching Toledo, but it's even going out beyond all across the country and even internationally now with Radiant. So we're hearing some good feedback.
Yes. And last one, Lorinda of Toledo. "I absolutely love the wonderful programs that are aired. Always a wholesome choice to view."
Yes. And, you know, on behalf of the ministry, we just want to thank the many, many viewers who have stepped up over the last 25 years. We just celebrated 25 years in October. And what a blessing, to think about all the lives that have been changed. There's so many wonderful people that have come into this station and been on the air and sharing their heart and sharing their passion, and we get to meet all these wonderful people. So we're excited to see what God does in the future, but we couldn't have done it without you.
That's right.
We're so thankful for our donors, our volunteers, and all the staff that have made it possible for 25
years. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, we're excited to share that there is a movie out called Journey to Bethlehem.
Yeah, a lot of people go see movies this time of year.
That's right. So go ahead, check out this preview.
Your father has always known you are special. Nothing will change that, Mary.
Tell Mary we are ready. The music, play.
Mary, you're getting married. It's about to be the best day of your life.
Joseph, I feel like we're already friends, no?
Mary, Mary, married is something you do. Dreams are coming true.
Harry, God has chosen you to have a son, the King of all kings.
This wasn't a dream. An angel came to me.
It's hard to have faith.
It's hard to believe.
Look at the star!
Future holds more.
This is it! Let's go!
There are too many questions, too little time.
A divine king is to be born in your land.
It's a mountain too high to climb.
Why would I help find a new king in my kingdom?
Well, when you put it that way.
Perhaps we should go.
Where is the exit? It's going to be king. Everyone wants my crown. I want the mother found. Don't have to be good. Those men are looking for you.
Herod must know of the prophecy. He wants my child. Joseph! I'm not the only one who's chosen for this. You have a choice. You can say you believe me and that you love me. Will you still marry me, Joseph?
I do. I will. Yes, of course, yes.
You truly believe that this child is the chosen one? What is his name?
Jesus. I think even Fig is beginning to tolerate you.
Stop. Stop.
Journey to Bethlehem in theaters now, so check your local listings. And Aaron, I did have an opportunity to see the movie.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Well, it's very entertaining. I would encourage people to read the Bible before and, even after, and, they can kind of fact check things for themselves. But it's a lot of fun, if you enjoy like High School Musical, The Chosen, it's kind of like High School Musical meets The Chosen.
Okay, so a little bit of creative license taken there.
Creative license,
kind of
campy.
Yeah,
it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay.
So,
all right. Well, we know what to expect.
Well, Aaron, we have a special guest in the WLMB studio.
Yes, we do. We have Julie Kerfus here with us at WLMB. She has been a volunteer first in the phone room, and then we just quickly realized that she had a certain enthusiasm and energy that she brought to the room every time she came, and we thought, she would be a great spokesperson on air. So then we said, what about hosting? And you said yes. So we were grateful because we got to add a fresh new face, some new energy, and one thing I love about new hosts is they always come in with some new language, just kind of mix up the bag during our share-a-thons, and you certainly did that and have been doing a great job. So
thanks.
Yeah.
I view that it was an opportunity to trust the Lord in a new way, is kind of the way I will. When Jamie asked if I was interested, I was like, no, actually not. Not ever something I would imagine doing, but I did really feel like the Lord was like, hey, you know what? I get to provide for you and equip you in a new way. And so it's been really fun. It's so fun.
Yeah.
Well, we're blessed to have you here, and how fitting, it is Thanksgiving, and we are thankful for you, Julie.
Oh, thanks.
And, I'm sure you're pretty thankful for your family.
Oh, I'm definitely, yeah. So Allie was kind of my gateway here. Allie is my
yes.
oldest daughter, and,
and she works here
she's the receptionist here. Yep, there's my girls. There's Allie on the right and Jenna on the left, and we have I think we might have a family picture too of my awesome husband Eric. That was a bowl-a-thon event we did as a fundraiser for our church, but that was the family.
Did you do good in the bowling?
I did horrible. But you know what? I'm like, as long as we're having fun, that's kind of who I am. I'm like, I don't care if I win. I'm here with my people. It's so fun.
Yes.
So funny story, Eric and I have been married for 23 years. It'll be 24 years in March, but we met in second grade, and I don't have a second grade picture, but this is actually from our first date.
Wow.
And how old are you guys?
I turned 16. Eric, I think, also would have been 16, turning 17. But we went to a Toledo Christian basketball game and went to get TCBY yogurt. That was our very first date. I wasn't allowed to date till I was 16. So I look at that picture, and you can see the annoyance at my mom, right? For like mom. And I'm just gonna say, I think Eric would be mortified if he knew I was showing this picture. So it's
maybe
our little secret.
Yeah.
You guys don't need to tell him. She doesn't need to know.
Very, very cute.
Yeah,
that's great.
Well, what do you have to share with us during our Thanksgiving episode? I know you're a co-host during our share-a-thon, but you have a special message.
I do. So I was thinking, I was really thinking about just kind of what you guys were talking about, how this is a time of year where I'm sure we're asked often, like, what are you thankful for? And even at our family dinner table at Thanksgiving, that's something that we always do, and go around the table and share what we're thankful for. But I was thinking, I just kind of been meditating on a scripture lately that I would love to read, if that's okay.
That is perfect.
It's from Psalm 145. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but do take some time to read it because it's so good. But just the first, let's say, 10 verses. I will extol you, my God and King, and bless your name forever and ever. Every day I will bless you and praise your name forever and ever. Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised, and his greatness is unsearchable. One generation shall commend your works to another, and shall declare of your mighty acts. On the glorious splendor of your majesty and on your wondrous works I will meditate. They shall speak of the might of your awesome deeds, and I will declare your greatness. They shall pour forth the fame of your abundant goodness, and shall sing aloud of your righteousness. The Lord is gracious and merciful, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. The Lord is good to all, and his mercy is over all that he has made. All your works shall give thanks to you, O Lord, and all your saints shall bless you. So I was just thinking about how, like we're asked to be thankful. Like, what are you thankful for? And I default to the logical things, like my family. I'm so thankful for my family. I'm glad I got to share about them. But then when I think about these terms like wondrous works and awesome deeds, to me that's like taking a lens and looking back for. I think in the Old Testament they would set up like those Ebenezer stones.
Yes.
And so I was like, the Israelites had the parting of the Red Sea and how God provided manna in the wilderness. And like, what are those moments for me? Like, what are those times in my story, and where are those moments, and how can I share those with people? Because I think that when we share those sorts of things, that like builds other people's faith, right? Like when I hear how God has shown up for you in your life. Yeah. So as I was kind of being also thinking about this transition of life that Eric and I are in, so our younger daughter Jenna is a senior this year, and Allison is 21, and she next fall is headed into kind of a new season of ministry, and Jenna's graduating. And I was just thinking about over the last 13 years and remembering when God called me. I say it's kind of my Nineveh moment.
Okay.
I was an educator. I used to teach 6th grade. I taught 6th grade. I loved teaching in the classroom. Then I worked for a virtual school when the girls were little, but I felt 14 years ago like the Lord was kind of stirring, I have something new for you. And I was like, okay, what is it? And thought maybe I was supposed to like teach at the girls' school. But as I prayed about it more, I realized the Lord showed us that it was to home educate. And I'm going to be honest, that was my Nineveh. Like I had no desire.
You're ready to run.
I really was. And honestly, like people say like, oh, but you're a teacher. Like that's natural. No, I would not have considered myself patient, and like also do not consider myself like precious. You know what I'm saying? Like those people, like what you imagine, like these sweet, precious homeschool mamas to be like that. I didn't feel like me at all. And but in obedience, Eric and I agreed. We prayed about it, and it now, right? Like it wasn't easy. It was not easy, and I cried a lot, to be honest. The first couple of years, there were a lot of tears. But I, again, like I said, was able to rely on the Lord in a new way. And he was so faithful and brought so much fruit, not just in the relationship. Like I look at that picture of the girls and I, and like that reflects his goodness, because I don't know that I would have the relationship with them that I do now if not for his refining during this season, right? Yeah. Like he used it to mold and shape me into the person he wants me to be. And that's a lifelong process. But then I can look forward to whatever the next season holds and know that just like he equipped me these last 13 years, he will continue to equip me for whatever he has next. And I want to do well to commend his works to the next generation, like whatever that looks like. So maybe around the dinner table, instead of just saying the surface things we're thankful for, if it's a good, appropriate, safe space, maybe think about those wondrous works and those marvelous deeds that testify to God's goodness and his glory. So that's just one of mine, but it's one that kind of has been on my mind as we are in this new season. So I'm just excited to see what God has next. Yeah.
And I like how in that verse too it says, I will declare, I believe it is God's greatness in there too.
Yes.
And you think about the foundation
Declare
of the
your
world
greatness.
and all those things that God did, and as you're saying, it brings it full circle, and you weren't so sure that this is what God wanted you to do, but it was. You're obedient, and we just trust God with those things.
And you are precious.
Oh.
Yeah.
So like,
you're so sweet. Thank you.
But yeah, I didn't homeschool my kids, so I would have had that extreme fear as well.
Yeah.
But you know, but you have done a wonderful job because you know Allie works here, and we are truly blessed to have her sweet, sweet spirit here as well.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything else that you would like to share with the viewers? You know, Share-a-thon's coming up, and you're one of the co-hosts. So, you know, are you excited?
I am excited. You know, honestly, if you think about those other like Ebenezer mile marker, I will never, ever forget being part of our last Share-a-thon. I mean, that was God's miraculous provision, and I see it as being confirmation that your work here is not done. Your, you know, the ministry that He has here at WLMB is not finished.
Right.
This is I get chills. It's a new season, and it's so exciting to me because it was miraculous confirmation. So I just can't wait to see what He does next.
Yeah, me too. I'm excited. I'm excited for December 5th coming up, that Christmas Share-a-thon.
And you're going to join us again.
I'll be here.
So very exciting. Thank you so much for sharing your story, sharing your heart.
Thanks for having me.
All right, well, coming up next, let's take a look at Love Comes Softly, a little sneak peek for this Saturday's episodes.
I missed you so, Mama. It's good to be home, Mama.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Legg.
You shouldn't have to settle for small dreams.
All right, that's coming up this Saturday, so you don't want to miss it. And we've got some other things going on here at WLMB as well.
Yeah, we were just talking about that Share-a-thon, so I'll go ahead and jump right in there a little bit. Until December 5th through the 11th, we are going to be having a Share-a-thon, and it's $480,000 campaign to finish off the entire Channel 5 to 35 switch project, and I know that that's going to be very important as we march forward to bring the gospel to this whole area.
Absolutely, and you know, if people are interested in giving even now, you know, before Share-a-thon starts, then we want to encourage them to go to ToledoLive.tv, and you can make a safe, secure online pledge there, and you can see check out our QR code.
Yeah, we have a QR code that we would like to show you that'll bring up all the information that you're looking for in regards to the Share-a-thon goals, the thank you gifts, the movie schedule, and all that's going to be coming up with that will be up there very soon. And maybe you could share a little bit about the movies that we just recently picked out with the Christmas Share-a-thon right on the horizon.
Well, I know we have some exciting Christmas movies coming up. Why the Nativity? That comes from Dr. David Jeremiah.
Yeah, and he shared that in multiple parts last year, but we get to see the whole thing all together in one session. It's very powerful. I really enjoyed it. I know even my kids loved it. It's like I don't know what you call it, docudrama. It's like a movie, but then he's got a little bit of teaching in there too. So that one is really at the top of my list of things I want to see this year.
We've got Christmas for $1, the least of these. Bowen's Heart.
Bowen's Heart.
Matt Hammett's story, local Christian artist and author.
Yeah, he was the lead singer of Sanctus Real for a while, and then did his own solo projects, and then obviously Bowen's Heart is a story about one of his children, and that's going to be, it's a powerful, if you haven't seen it yet, you're going to want a box of tissues, and you're going to want to see it.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yes, and much, much more that's going to be happening, but please check out the program guide that you can either find online or it's going to be coming in your mailbox very soon, so be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and just real quick, just don't forget, WLMB during this Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Giving Tuesday, all that stuff's coming up. So you can go to our website, start giving right now, because we want to build up that matching fund before the Share-a-thon kicks off. So just do that real quick.
That's right. All right, well, let's take a look at some local events that are coming up.
Quite a few good ones.
And so exclusively in theaters for one night only are Casting Crowns. They have a movie that's celebrating their 20 years of ministry, and it's called Home by Sunday. That's Thursday, November 30th. And Aaron, I know you enjoy Casting Crowns. Do you have a couple of favorites?
Well, I'll Praise You in the Storm.
Oh,
That
that's a good
song
one.
has always been a big one for our family. We love that. It's been very meaningful for some of the people in our family. We're just, God's timing is always good, and they release these songs. You're just like, oh, it's perfect, you know.
Yes.
Yeah,
Also,
I love music.
Some other ones people might be familiar with: Voice of Truth, Who Am I? East to West, Until the Whole World Hears, Courageous, so many more. So many great hits.
Yeah, people want to check that one out.
Absolutely. All right. And then coming up in Maumee is the Maumee Holiday Light Parade. And this will start immediately after the last runners have cleared the route from the Holiday Hustle 5K and walk. And so they're expecting that to be around 6 p.m. The parade will start at Conant Street and to go by the Maumee Indoor Theater, travels west to Wayne Street, and then west Wayne to Ford Street, and there it ends. All right, and don't miss the festive Christmas concert with Tim Zimmerman and the King's Brass. You'll enjoy music and hymn classics with a contemporary flair. That will take place at Emmanuel Baptist Church, located on West Lasky Road in Toledo. That's Monday, December 11th at 7 p.m. And no ticket required. A love offering will be taken.
That is going to be a fun show. That's a good one. That's
one,
definitely good.
All right. Well, wonderful. Well, Aaron, we have a little bit of time left for a devotional. If you'll go ahead and share that.
Sure thing. Yeah, we talked a little bit about 1 Thessalonians 5, 16 through 18, so I want to read that to you. It's pretty short and sweet, but I think it's a powerful, short portion of Scripture. Rejoice always, pray without ceasing, give thanks in all circumstances, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. So it's pretty simple, straightforward, but I love that part that just says, give thanks in all circumstances. And I think that's really the key. Like, no matter if you're at a high or a low, you're giving thanks to God. Like, you can always think of something to be thankful for. You know, maybe you're going through a hard time medically. Thank the Lord that you have maybe insurance, or maybe you have an excellent doctor, or a chance to talk to somebody who's going through similar things, you know.
All about perspective.
It's all about perspective. And so give thanks in all circumstances. Have that attitude of gratitude all year long, and I think that's really what it's all about. That's
right.
What God wants.
Attitude of gratitude, how fitting for Thanksgiving. And we, of course, want to wish you all a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, a very happy Thanksgiving. All the best to you and yours. We're going to have some great shows coming up next week. You won't want to miss out. We got some special announcements coming too, so stay tuned for those. And from all of us here at the Ministry of WLMB, Happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you for tuning in to today's program. Please submit your comments, feedback, and prayer requests at our website, ToledoLive.tv. There, you can also watch previous episodes and find valuable links. Also, be sure to share this program with your family and friends. WLMB would also like to give a special thank you to our generous viewers who continue to make this program possible.